Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. This is general or collective, so just take the parts that resonate for you and leave the rest. And I will start the reading here with the underlying energy from the tarot. For the reading is the Eight of Pentacles. Pentacle energy is talking about health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. And, you know, a big part of that, of course, is money. I mean, we have to have money. Money matters in the 3D world, for sure. But the pentacle energy goes further than that. It's more about lifestyle, because you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. This card, however, is like talking definitely about someone who's very focused on making money. And we can see that because they're literally pounding out a coin here. Now, this could represent an energy where you've completed 6 pentacles and you only have 2 to go, or you have you're on the second one and you have 6 to go. The underlying energy from my oracle, Tales from the Vector, is the karmic space of pride. So karmic spaces are spaces all of us can fall into with ease. We're human beings and we make mistakes, and this one is the karmic space of pride. And what do they say? Pride before the fall. And so this is an all or nothing attitude. And joined with this pentacle energy here, it seems like this is about money and or lifestyle. And so this is, for some reason, someone has convinced themselves that what they're doing is okay because I don't know, for whatever reason they come up with. It's okay for me to do this because I'm all that. It's okay for me to take this money that doesn't belong to me because I deserve it. And that other person doesn't deserve it. It's that type of energy. So we'll see what this is about. We have the first card out is the Nine of Cups, and the cups do talk about love in the world, but it's also talking about, it can be romantic love, but it can be talking about love of anyone, anything. It can be talking about something you love to do or something you love to be. You may be a public figure, or this may be regarding a public figure, or you could be in public office or something. You're on the stage. People know who you are on some level. So, I mean, you could literally be an entertainer or in that energy, a speaker. You might have a public platform, that type of energy, and maybe that's how you earn your living. And but this is someone who's on stage and their body language is a little bit incongruent. They have 9 cups here and there's only 10 in the tarot. So this is saying, like, it's almost like a genie here, he looks like he's going to nod and get his wish. And so this is something that you wish for. The body language, when I say it's incongruent, it's his left and right foot are both turned out, and this is leaking energy from the base chakra, yet his arms are like in the sign of an infinity symbol. So it's kind of like his upper half is let's go for it, and his lower half is should I really be here? And this is talking about like being on display and other people expecting you to succeed. This is someone who's generally successful in the past. And so, and we have these 9 cups, and we don't know, are these 9 cups behind him on a shelf? Are they above his head in the now? Or are they forward? So this could be your energy or someone else's. And it's basically saying that if you want to succeed and, complete this project, what you need to do is stay in the game. Many a race is lost in the last lap. This is saying don't lose your focus here. And you see how focused this person is here. So this is an energy of staying focused to be able to succeed at whatever project or whatever it is that you're working on. Quite often, like with this pentacle energy could be about a career that you love. And this could be, there's all sorts of kinds of love, and this could be romantic. It could be someone or something that you love. It could be something that you love to do, something that you love to be. It could be so many things, but there's 1 cup missing. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Wow, like we're right on the edge here of major success. We have 9 Pentacles is 1 away also from the energy of Pentacles. There's only 10 in the tarot in each of these. So this is someone who's highly successful, and it's saying that you have a really good lifestyle as well. This is pre-Empress energy. It's talking about the power of staying on your destined path. She is, the Empress in Tarot is in the Major Arcana, and she represents someone who has the qualities of all four queens from the Minor Arcana. And because of the work that she's done and her, mastery of skill set and learning discernment and just all the skills we need, in the 3D world. And this energy is talking about the power of the 369. And, Nikola Tesla used to talk about this a lot. If you knew the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. This is talking about how much time, money, energy you're willing to invest in anything or anyone, and having the discernment to know, have like an anticipated result, and the discernment to know whether or not it's a fair exchange of energy. We have this pre-Empress energy has her hand on the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles energy, this is like 2/3 of what she has, because she has 9 in total. So these 6 are what she needs to be able to run her business, run her home, and have enough left over in case of emergency. The other 3 here, one could be used maybe for charity, another for a more risky investment. If it doesn't pan out, she still will have enough to continue making her payments, everything. But if it does work out, it could really increase her financial portfolio. And then this is also maybe saving up for something. And the key to the universe looks like this falcon. The falcon has foresight. She sends it out and to take a look at the overall picture to discern whether or not this investment is worth continuing to invest in or not. And this is why she is so successful, because she has learned through life experience how to, what her limitations on that are. And then we have disappointment in love. So in the past, it looks like there has been disappointment in love. And this energy could be talking about, I'm just going to move this here. So this energy could be talking about a loss that you've taken. And this loss doesn't necessarily have to be about romantic love, but it is definitely like, it could be this, we have 3 cups spilt here. So this quite often in romantic love represents a third-party energy. We have 2 cups of wine, and then we have a cup with a third liquid in it, and we don't know what this is. Like, what is this poisonous liquid that has created a loss in the relationship? 2's company, 3's a crowd, bottom line. And at this point, all you can really do is accept this loss, because the fluid is in the ground. And there's a saying, don't cry over spilt milk. And that's what this is. Like, once the cow kicks the bucket over, you're out the milk for the day. It's in the ground. There's no way of recovering it. So this is talking about remorse and regret for what's happened. Now, we don't know if the person has remorse or regret for their actions or the fact that it's spilt. In any case, the best thing that you can do if you're in this position and you have a loss and there's no way of recovering it, is to turn around, notice, hey, there's 2 cups standing here, and be grateful for those. Pick them up, cross the bridge over the troubled waters here, and get to your castle. Now, you may notice the castle in the back there is dilapidated on one end, and it's standing on the other. So this energy can be talking about, you're going to have a good attitude. Is the cup half full or is the cup half empty? And then we have the King of Swords. So he's an authority figure. He's been coming up a lot in the readings, so he's got a lot to say these days. He's a master of words. So the King of Swords, the word words is in the swords. And so this is talking about someone who earns their living through words, and that could be written or verbal. So this is someone who would probably be highly educated and possibly be in specific career choices. Someone who's not, a physical laborer to earn their money. This would be someone that earns their money with their education and their ability to speak. And this is the swords themselves talk about mental intelligence and discipline of the mind. This definitely, because we have a king here, could be a higher up political figure. Prime ministers, presidents. It could be, people that are high up in that governmental system. So it could be congressmen, senators, governors. In Canada, it would be more like provincial and federal ministers. People who make laws, the chief of police, that type of energy, where someone who is participating in making the laws as well as enforcing them. And this would definitely represent the judicial system as well. Like this could be a judge or someone that's involved, a Supreme Court judge. It could be a prosecutor, receiver general, that type. It could also be attorney general. And this is also talking about, if this is a lawyer, it would be someone who has probably a partnership in a well-established firm. This also can represent the energy of surgeons, dentists, and maybe psychiatrist energy. Someone who published a book and it's on the best-selling list. Researchers that are finding cures for disease, and engineers who have patents, that type of energy. Anything that's written and education based, this is talking about an authority figure in whatever field they're in. And there's some energy here of needing of an authority figure being involved in the situation. Plus we do have a new lover coming in. So this card is talking about a divine couple, and it's talking about someone God sends in to as the person that would be perfect for you in a romantic relationship. There's a cloud between them, and so this cloud is representing that these people may not know each other as of yet. You may have not met this person, or if you have met them, you for sure would say this wouldn't be someone that you've already had a relationship with that didn't work out in the past. Now, with this bottom line here, I'm building a pyramid, and this is sort of saying, okay, this is the energy that we're working with. First and foremost, there seems to be someone's fallen into the karmic space of pride, and they're very focused on money right now. And there is 9 pentacles here. Now, like in terms of, what would that be worth money-wise? It would probably be multi-millions of dollars. So it's enough money to cause people to fall into this space. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles, or of Cups. So, and there's been a problem with that end as well. So this could talk about someone who, they love their career or whatever, but maybe there's been some sort of loss here. If this quite often does represent romantic love. And then we do have a lawyer energy here possibly, and this could represent a divorce. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are most likely to be a divorced couple if they're together, but the most likely to be divorced, period. So there could be, or this could be talking about something happened in your love life and it was disappointing, and you got divorced, and there had to be a division of assets. So you're hard at work now recovering that possibly. And this is lovers. So we'll keep going here to see, this is a new relationship coming in, or because this is, the sun is shining on this is God's energy, and it's saying that this is a divine couple. So normally this would be in the upright, we'll see. Now it doesn't have to be about a couple and about romantic love. In the old days when the tarot first began, this was more of a card of about who do you choose to allow in your inner circle. So if you're not looking for love and you haven't had issues with love, let's not go looking for them. This could be something else, and it could be someone that that is in your inner circle, someone you're close to. And this is the wounded warrior energy. This is showing up sometimes right now because on August 3rd, Chiron, which is represents the wounded warrior energy, went retrograde on August 3rd and will be until the beginning of 2027. So this card has been coming up a lot lately, and it's the wounded warrior needing to look after themselves. This is saying that you've been doing your best to take action, similar to this energy, really dedicated to staying on your destined path, doing what you need to do to plant. Like the wands represent the element of fire, and they're talking about they're made of wood because wood fuels fire. So this is about taking passionate action, planting seeds that you want to harvest later. So these are the actions that you take to create a harvest. And then when you come to 10, it's going to be time to harvest. And this is saying that you have successfully planted 8 wands, but it's been very challenging and difficult. His head is bandaged and he looks exhausted. He's leaning hard on this 9th. He only has 1 to go. Now this is really an interesting reading because we have 9 of cups, we have 9 of pentacles, and we have 9 actions being taken to be able to bring a harvest in. And yet, look at the energy doesn't feel very happy, does it? It like there's so much here, yet it feels like everybody's just hard at work and miserable. That's just, I'm going to call it as I see it. This is what happens when pride gets in the way, though. Something's going on here. And the death card is, a lot of people get afraid of this card. I just want to make it clear. This card is not predictive. Nothing in tarot is predictive. Tarot is just a snapshot of what's going on at this time. There could have been a death in the past, then there was an inheritance, or a distant relative might have left you some property or something and you don't know about it. It could be that type of energy, because this definitely can be talking, about that type of energy, which I'll get into if it looks like this is what it's about. It's starting to look that way. We have, this is about a major transition coming in. And the death card, it also represents rebirth. The light at the end of the tunnel is here. The Grim Reaper is a figure that is scary looking, but it's representing that birth, death cycle, one cycle ending and a new beginning. The older person here is trying to barter with the Grim Reaper. We don't want you coming through town. And the younger ones, though, are like, yes, we do. They're bored and they're happy to see a stranger. And hey, he looks pretty interesting. One of them is even offering him a flower, and that's representing the bloom of new. And there's a king underfoot here. So a king has been trampled, and this isn't an actual person. This is symbolizing the energy of systems that are falling apart, breaking down. Something isn't right here. Something in the system hasn't been done correctly. It's that type of energy. And so this is talking about the cycle coming to an end and the truth coming out regarding whatever has gone on and a shift in the cycle. The thing about change is, like, there's a saying that the 2 things you can rely on are death and taxes, but you can also rely on change. Change happens every second of every minute of every day. Your cells are changing right now as we're speaking. Having said that, we don't notice change unless it has an impact on our life. And so that's when people actually notice change. But I feel like there's some sort of energy. There could be a will or inheritance or land, because that's what the pentacle energy represents. It represents, money that is from investments, from real estate, from, ownership of land, wills, trusts, that type of energy. And so we'll just keep going here and see what's going on here. We have the Page of Swords, which is information or communication coming in. And this is, it could be some paperwork because we have the thoughts here. The page is like not looking at the sword, he's looking away from it. And because he does not want, he already knows the logical question. There's some sort of issue and he's trying to look into it and see it from a different angle, look at it from all different angles to find a creative solution. So he's thinking outside the box by looking for his intuition. The sword is double-edged. It's your intuition and your logic. So there's some sort of information coming in about something going on here, and it feels iffy. But somebody has convinced themselves that it's okay because I deserve it more than whoever else this is. So because there's like this multi-millions here, and there is this energy, this could be some sort of inheritance that went sideways. Someone else got it instead of you, and that's why you now are having to work so hard. You were supposed to be in this energy, and there's been some sort of loss here. Something is not quite right. But this card is talking about a breath of fresh air and some information, communication coming in. The thing is, pages would work for the king and queen very young, 7 to 14. Because back in those days, the life expectancy was half of what it is now. So this energy could be talking about information coming from a time when you were in elementary school or high school, maybe in starting college, university, maybe apprenticing in the workforce, like just starting out in the workforce. Generally, this is kind of like a time frame of under the age of 21. And so that could be your energy when you were under the age of 21. This is when whatever this is happened. And you're just finding out about it now. And it could be a long time after or just a short time after. The pages would work for the king and queen. And then when they were 21, they might be considered as for knighthood if, they could afford their own horse at that time and they were doing a good job. So the thing is here, this could be also talking about people that you knew from back then. So of course that would include close family members, and it would include friends and the people that you that you knew back then, and that maybe you did some business with, or some, that you like. There's something here about that time frame. And if it's not about that time frame, it can be talking about going into the past, like 7 years, 14 years, 21 years. So it just might give you a little bit of an idea what this is about, because it seems to be a little bit all over the place. But now, we have 2 pages now. 2 people that were from your past when you were that age. And this one is now, this is paperwork, and this is about pentacles. And this is about pentacles, and we're talking about the karmic space of pride, and someone having decided, hey, to do something, and hey, I deserve this, and I can have it, and hear me roar. They're in an all or nothing energy. They've convinced themselves that it's okay for them to do this. And I feel like there definitely is some paperwork or some sort of information coming in regarding pentacles from a time frame back then. So this could be like even like a grandfather or a grandmother, or passing, and you missed out on an inheritance that you were supposed to get. And it doesn't necessarily have to be because someone was in this energy, except that this is the underlying energy for this reading. So there might be something to do with that here. Let's see what's going on. We have then we have soulmate energy coming in. So the soulmate energy is someone that is an energy that you have a soul contract with them to get together at some point in this lifetime. And you see this energy here, the paperwork or whatever this is coming in. I feel like this could be talking about an energy coming in, and it could be this new lover here. I feel the rest of the energy is from the past. I feel that this new energy, because this sometimes can be a breath of fresh air, and it can also be like an aha moment that you have yourself. And but I feel like with this new lover being sent in, it's talking about this energy of you having to work really, really hard and being disappointed, and almost getting there, but not quite, here you are, you're still working your butt off. And we're talking about this energy here maybe coming through, and this is the new lover. So someone that you knew back at that time, you haven't seen them in however long, as I said here. And so this could represent that type of energy, and they come in with some information, and it's like, wow. Like this is an aha moment, and it's about pentacles. And they are here. It's an agreement that souls make to empower each other at a certain point in life. And this is like not, this isn't two people that complete each other. It's not like that. It's talking about two people who are very balanced in their own masculine and feminine energy. They have a very strong connection to source energy, to the Most High, and they have like the really strong intuition, and they just really enjoy each other's company. Now, this can be quite often an odd couple, like it would be someone that you typically wouldn't date. Not your normal type kind of energy, but your normal type you just divorce from, if this is the case, you know, for some. So this is talking about a choice that God is sending you to empower you. And if it's not about a romantic love, this can be about someone coming in with some information to empower you, and you know, someone that wants to back you, that's there for you, a really good friend or a mentor or someone that is taking an interest in what you're doing. And then we have, yeah, look at this, the 10 of Wands here now. So this is talking about, I feel like this energy empowers you to bring your harvest in. It's almost like you were just too worn down and you just thought, okay, I'm not going to be able to complete this project. I'm you know, maybe there could be many things that were going on, and this person shows up and it's like a breath of fresh air because they empower you to get this home. And this is also talking about, like, the 10 of Wands is talking about bringing your harvest home, but it's also talking about being exhausted and you know, can't see the forest for the trees energy. This is when you're so caught up in the details of everyday life, and then you also have to do all this extra that you can't see the big picture, and you can't see that you're so close to your goal. You're like 10 minutes from the house, but you feel like you're 10 miles away, and that's because you're too up close and personal with whatever's going on. And so the wounded warrior energy, just, someone comes in and empowers you, and you do get your harvest home. Now, this could be that some of these wands are like there are burdens from other people that you need to put down right there in the field. Like this is saying, with this new energy coming in, it's saying that you need to put down anything old that's holding you back, that's keeping you like so focused on having to work to be able to make ends meet, when you should be in this energy here. This is the energy you should be in, and this is the energy you're in, if that makes sense. This energy is talking about, I feel this person comes into your life and it's like a breath of fresh air because it's someone who actually empowers you rather than working against you. And this is talking about them helping you get your harvest home and laying down the burdens that don't belong to you. And this is saying, lay down, that this is saying it's really imperative at this point in your life that you put down any burdens that don't belong to you and let other people look after their own burdens. And then it's also saying that once you get this harvest home and you sort through it, you need to start looking at how can you make your life easier. And I feel like there's some energy here that this new energy brings in, and it's talking about what's gone on in the past here. And the reason why you're in this energy. This energy here is saying you're not going to have to work this hard anymore. This is really good information coming in. And then, yeah, because look at, here we have you in, I feel like, and after you find out what the information is, you're in this mental prison. And it's something that you've had to really deal with for quite some time now. This is, and look at that, you know, like it's the 8 of Swords now. And the energy is just so heavy on this side. And it's talking about, you know, I feel there was way more water here at one point. Water in tarot represents like emotions. And this is you in a mental prison. There's nothing stopping you from taking action here except like you don't want to have to take it. And so this is being duty bound, and not really wanting to look at the real picture of what was going on. And quite often this can represent an energy of not making a decision, having a hard time. So this is like 7 thoughts that you've put behind yourself, And now the right foot is forward on dry land and the left foot is still just in a shallow puddle here. So you are about to cut yourself free with this one choice now, and there's way less emotion. You've cried it out. You're done with crying. I have to take action. I have to go through this. I have to look after myself here. And this is talking about, this can be, you having to leave your home. And in divorce, that definitely could be, but it can be talking about like leaving your original family as well. So whatever this is, it's almost like there's a fence now between you and your home. And the energy is also talking about sometimes the thoughts of other people behind your back. So there's something definitely going on here. Definitely. But the good news is that this energy coming in is like all about blessings coming through. So we have that's because the truth is coming in about this situation. And I was feeling like this is probably what's going on here. So the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. This is a gift from the Most High and the universe. The truth will always set you free. And there's a lot of truth coming out. We're seeing it in a lot of situations. All you have to do is watch the news for 5 minutes and you'll see, whoa, there's a lot of truth coming out. It's like hard to take some of it, but it is things that you thought, systems that you thought, people who you never thought that would have to pay for their misdeeds are having to pay now. So this is like this energy of pride is doing things that are corrupt, and you figure, well, I'll get away with it because I always have. It's like just feeling that, hey, I deserve better treatment than the people around me. It's that type of energy. But there's some sort of truth coming in around this, and this is what is setting you into this energy. And we have, then you become like the star energy. This is becoming who you're meant to be. And so this energy is saying, the star energy is you've been following your north node, you're on your destined path, you're with your soulmate now, or you've met them. Take your time with that, because if it's a soulmate, you don't need to rush anything. But this is talking about following your north star, adding your own special qualities to the universal pool, pouring that out onto earth to make the earth a better place. And there's 5 streams here, and those 5 streams represent the 5 points on the pentacles. So, and this is the Pleiades in the background. This is saying that your chakras are all in alignment, that your spiritual energy is in alignment, and you're on your destined path here. So and it's when the truth comes out that you really find out what was going on in this energy here. And I feel like definitely there's something not right here. Now let's see, we have an energetic upgrade at the top. So this is good news as well. This is saying that whatever happened, in the end, you're going to be saying, okay, thank you, Lord, for showing me the truth. This is about your thoughts and being able to bring them down to earth and create a beautiful garden. 100% infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. Like you're on a roll now. Like you're at the top of the pyramid in this energy. Huge energetic upgrade for you. You have all the tools you need. You've learned how to use them. And even the Ouroboros around the magician's waist, this is a snake biting its tail, is talking about getting out of this mental energy. You're not concerned with this energy anymore. You're doing what you need to do to be able to have a happy life. That's the energy. Now that you know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And you notice the magician is pointing and he's saying, as above, so below. And this is having this star energy coming in, and he's pointing because the truth has come out, because the Most High has made sure the truth comes out and sent you someone to help you with this burdens of this. You're out of this space here now of knowing like that something that this energy is like getting out of this mental prison that you've put yourself into, because sometimes this can represent the energy of physical prison. And so this could be representing an energy that this is why the wounded warrior is like doing their best to stay on their destined path, and they're exhausted because they're in this mental struggle. There's some sort of energy, and this could be about I don't know why this energy is, I don't feel this energy is involved in this energy, but when this energy comes in, that's when the truth starts coming out and you really know what was going on. There's a major transition, and I feel it has something to do with a will, an inheritance, a trust. There's lawyer energy here. There's remorse and regret. You know, this could be, it could be a divorce from a, and you know, there could have been some money that wasn't divided properly. There could be all sorts of energy here. But this is saying that it's all getting straightened out when the truth comes out. And we have like the, you know, and you could be a public figure. The soulmate coming in could be a public figure. Whoever this energy is could be public figure. This can represent, definitely this goes back a ways. And then when the soulmate energy comes in, that's when you're in the star energy and things start, the bird, like someone, it's an aha moment. The communication you need comes in to get into the energy that you're supposed to be in here. And this energy, there's a lot of cards here that represent like legalities. We do have like, this can be about literally making money, like money laundering, counterfeit. It could be identity theft, forgery. It could be, you know, white collar crime and Ponzi schemes, whatever all this is. And so this could be illegal energy here, the judicial system, the remorse, and there's a lot of money at stake here, multi-millions of dollars. This has created a huge burden. This can represent the energy of people going to prison when, if you take the action that you need to take to get your money, it could be people that you care about going to prison over what has happened here. And then this energy, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, is something we say in court. There's something going on like with this energy here. So we're going to just keep going here, and I'm going to clarify with my oracle cards. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. I really do appreciate your likes, comments, and subscribes. And if you're sticking around, let's see if we can get some more information here to clarify this. This could be even a small amount, but there's something not right here for sure. And it's had you stressed out for a long time here. So the cards here, we have transition coming again, and we have that same energy, right, sitting on here. And then we have Libra energy coming in. So Libra is when you're mature enough to, you're an adult, and this could be saying that you're married, and also about, you know, being mature enough to understand how society works and what's required of people in society. I just want to point out that also Libra is the scales of justice. So this is sitting here right on this money here. And but I want to point out that in my readings, when a horoscope sign comes up, a zodiac sign comes up, I'm not talking about an individual. In your own personal energy here, you could say, no, Colette, there's a Libra involved. And you know, like that's something you'll have to use your own intuition about. I am talking about each of the signs. What can we learn from them? And like get a better idea of what's going on. So definitely the scales of justice are here, and it's sitting on this money here. And then we have, and this could be that you were married at some point and did get divorced because of this third party energy. And then a new lover comes in, and you're in this wounded energy and you know, feeling really burdened down and like exhausted. And then this new breath of fresh air energy comes in and empowers you. And then at the top, everything's good news. The good energy is coming in. But this definitely is saying some sort of justice. And then we have the high priestess. Use your intuition. It's really important right now. If something's telling you something's going on wrong here in my business, it could be it's just you're working your butt off, but you're not making the money that you should be. There's something not right in the books or whatever, and you have a business partner, whatever, and your intuition is yelling at you, it's time to take a look. And then we have this energy of jealousy. And so this can sometimes be sibling rivalry. And it could even be, and I didn't want to say this before this, but it could be an energy of, people in your family involved with your spouse in some sort of energy. I don't know. It could be something to do with that. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune now is turning in your favor when this new lover comes in. And you're in this energy. You're exhausted. And so if you've been in this energy and you've been like trying to figure out what to do about something, and maybe you don't even have the pentacles to do what you need to do, and that's part of the energy. So, but there's finally help coming in. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. When it comes to energy like this, if you're on your destined path, and you show up here as being so, and your soulmate comes in with the information you need to take down the burden, then just understand, keep doing the best that you can. If you have documents and facts, like make sure you document as much as you can. But other than that, I mean, you do what you can, and the energy here is taking the action that you finally need to is what's going to lessen your burdens here. These 3 cards have been coming up in the readings a lot. And like you see, the part of the burden here is not wanting to make this decision, right? Not wanting to take the action that you need to have to take for you to get the justice that you need to get. And then we have the Pisces energy. Now, at this time, I've been talking about this, on the 12th, we had an eclipse of the new moon in Leo, and we have a Pisces full moon eclipse on the 28th. So we're in this in-between energy right now, and you may have noticed it's really, really, really heavy. And then 1 minute it's light, and then it's really, really heavy, and then it's light. And you might be feeling really overwhelmed because you get some information coming in, but it happened so long ago, you fear, wow, like it, there's not much that I can do about it now. So many years have passed by. And you're feeling kind of like, well, I guess I just got ripped off. Like, that's just the way it is, I guess. And but I feel like you have to understand that God's justice is different than, like the spiritual court justice is different than justice on the planet. And so if you don't get justice directly from specific people who wronged you, you'll get justice in another way. And sometimes the justice is running into your soulmate and having a wonderful life after that. So you understand that that's how spiritual justice works. And then we have indifference. Yeah, indifference and pride go together. Those are 2 karmic spheres, and jealousy. So yeah, someone might have been jealous, and the energy, when people are saying, oh, we're all in it together, and they're smiling in your face, and these are people that you've known. There's definitely people involved in this that you've known since you were young. And they might be family, they might be friends, whatever, but they're people that you've known for a long time. They're like people that you consider to be close. And they're saying, oh yeah, we're all in it together, don't worry, everything will work out. And then it turns out that you weren't all in it together. And they maybe were jealous and you didn't even realize it. Like, you're like, what were they jealous of? Well, this inheritance that you were supposed to get. So that it explains a lot, if nothing else. And then there's a superstar energy. So this is talking about, this energy can talk about like you have special talents of some kind, and that there'll be some sort of justice coming in, harmony in your life. You are a superstar whether you know it or not. And there could be some sort of energy around something going on in that energy. And so just, it could have to do with the karmic space of jealousy. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor to move into this energy. And like that Pisces eclipse is on the 28th. So possibly the energy will shift a little bit by then. And we have Virgo energy. So this is about having strong communication, and it's also talking about being a young adult. So you can, gather whatever information you can if you feel that you've been wronged in some way. and have as much documentation as you can. And that's all you can really do. Having strong communication with the Most High as well will be beneficial. At the top here, it shows an energetic upgrade. So whatever's gone on here is really not your business so much. It's more their business, and your business is enjoying your life and recovering from this energy. And then we have, they were on a very foolish journey if they thought they were going to have, they expected to get away with this and that none of the truth would come out about it. We're seeing that in the news like everywhere right now. And the reason I feel for that is, and it keeps coming up, is the energy of Uranus and Gemini. And that's like this energy could go way back. Like it could be something that happened with your grandparents, or you might not know something. There might be some family skeletons, that that haven't fallen out of the closet yet. And so this is people going, having expectations that they can get away with something, and taking foolish actions or whatever. And so this is talking about what is an energetic upgrade for you is definitely going to be the pride before the fall for them. Because this is the energy that there's something happening here. And it could have gone back a couple generations, because the Uranus and Gemini hasn't been there since 1941 to 1949. That was 75 years ago when World War II was happening. And bottom line is Uranus is a pain in the butt for people who don't want the truth to come out. But every time this card comes up, you know that there's going to be some sort of information or something coming in. And you can, sure enough, there'll be something on the news the next day where it's like, whoa, now we're dealing with this, okay. And that's the way it is. And Uranus is going to be in Gemini for the next 7.5 to 8 years from the time I'm doing this reading. So this is, I feel like we're in a shift of epic proportions. I really do. I feel like the truth, a lot of the things that people are going, well, why, if, in the readings, it's like the truth is coming out, the truth is coming out. Well, now we can see it coming out. And so what we're seeing at the top of the pyramid is also happening in individuals' lives to a smaller extent. So just hang in there and enjoy. If you're in this energy already where things are getting better, enjoy that. That's justice right there. What do they say? The best revenge is living well. All right. I do hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for your time and energy, your likes, comments, and subscribes. And I will be back with another daily tattletale for you again tomorrow. Bye for now.